All right. Well, here we go. A little bit later than usual. That should be totally fine. Okay. Everything's all set up. And it's now 7:30. Okay. So we're going to start lying down on our backs in Shavasana. We're going to start with a little bit of breath work today, because the goal today is to find space within our bodies and ourselves using shapes, creating shapes with our body, right? Asana, it just means posture or shape with your body to create space. Okay, so come to lying on your backs in your version of Shavasana, or a comfortable supine position. You can close your eyes here if that's comfortable for you. So just a classic disclaimer here. Listen to yourself, listen to your body. I'm just offering you options. So do what you need, take what you need. While you're lying on your back, getting comfortable, start to relax. Notice if there's any part of your body that is holding any tension. And start trying to breathe a little bit deeper. And see, as you start to breathe deeper, if you can release that tension. And we're going to work on a little breath technique. It's a box breath technique, going with the shape theme, where we're going to inhale for a count. We're going to start with 3, hold for a count of 3, exhale for the same count, and then hold the breath out for the same count before starting again. So we're going to start with the count of 3, and we're going to inhale, hold, exhale, hold, all for the same amount of time. And we're going to work our way up maybe to 5 seconds. So get comfortable here. Maybe close your eyes so you can focus inward. And fully inhale for a count of 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath in for 1, 2, 3. And then exhale for 3, 2, 1. Hold it out for 1, 2, 3. And again, inhale for a count of 3, 2, 1. Hold it in for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Hold it out for 1, 2, 3. Now we're going up to 4. Take a recovery breath here. Normal breath in and out, and get ready. Inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out for 1. Hold it in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out for 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a normal breath, and we're going to inhale and continue that type of breath for 5 seconds. We're going to go through it 2 times. So get ready, and we're going to inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it in, fully in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let your normal breath come back. Then you start to lengthen your inhales and exhales. And for this practice today, with the theme of space, we're going to focus on deep, full inhales and trying to keep the same length of that inhale with the length of the exhale. So starting to bring some movement back into your body. Maybe rubbing your thumb across all of your fingertips. Maybe looking left and right. Maybe keeping your eyes closed. Start wiggling the wrists, the ankles. Maybe reaching your arms up over your head for a quick full body stretch this morning. And then start to bring your soles of the feet on the ground. Maybe bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little hug, rocking side to side. And we're going to wake up the core a little bit. So you can keep your knees bent. And we can all start in tabletop position. So knees bent, knees directly over your hips, and your shins parallel to the ground. So you're creating a nice 90-degree angle, half of a box or a square with your legs. And making sure that you are engaging your low ribs and your hip bones together, bringing that belly button down to the ground. Your low back can be slightly lifted off the ground or touching the ground. So whatever that engagement is for you, you just don't want to get too much arch in the back. So keeping it all engaged. We're going to do some leg lifts here. So you can stick with toe taps, bringing your toes down to the ground one at a time or together. Exhaling down, inhaling up. Or if you'd like to straighten your legs out to a 45-degree angle. So it would be about the connection of the wall and the ceiling. If you're in a room, that would be a nice 45-degree angle to aim for. Same idea of bringing your low ribs, hip bones together, belly button down to the ground, lower back, staying steady. You could bring one leg down, hover it off the ground, and bring it back up. Exhale your leg down, inhale it back up. Or if you're ready, stay in a 45-degree angle as you're up, hovering as you're down on the exhale. Inhale both legs up to 45 degrees. So choosing your version, your hands can be down by your side, underneath your hips, or if you want to interlace your fingers behind your head, keeping your shoulders long or your elbows wide. Exhale, feet down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. Keeping up with the rhythm of your own breath, see if you can match the length of the inhales to the length of the exhales. Staying relaxed in your breath, engaged in your body. Do more like this. Fully inhale and expanding the chest as you bring your arms up, and let it all go on your exhales. On your next in-breath, go ahead and bend your knees, bring them back into your body. Hug your knees in. We're going to rock and roll along the spine to come to Sukhasana, or an easy seated cross-legged position. Whatever that cross-legged comfortable position is for you. Coming here, sitting up tall, stacking your shoulders over your hips, and letting your head come to center, creating a nice long spine. Now bring your hands to your knees. I'm going to start by doing a little bit of a spinal roll or rotation, which is going to be similar to cat-cow. So we're going to start on the inhale, reaching your chest through your arms and coming forward. And then as you exhale, we're going to cat, but over to the side. So bring your shoulder, your left shoulder down, right shoulder up slightly as you rotate around. And on that last bit of exhale, you're rounding your back to the back of the room. And then as you start to inhale, letting that left shoulder go down, the right shoulder go up as you bring yourself rotating around back to your cow, chest forward. Inhale fully. Keeping that rotation as you start to exhale to your cat. Rotate around as you inhale. Rotate back around as you exhale. Finding a rhythm here with your own breath. Inhaling and exhaling long here. Sticking to one direction for another breath. And then at the top of your inhale, chest forward, start to exhale to reverse your rotation. Inhale through, fully in. Exhale, rotate around. Sticking to your breath, this side, a few more times. Inhale fully to the front, reaching your chest forward. We're going to do a few regular seated cat-cows. Inhaling that chest forward, elbows stay facing back. And then exhale, round your back. Stretch the air out. Inhale, chest forward, expand your abdomen here. Exhale, round back. A few more with your own rhythm. Inhaling for your chest forward cow. Exhaling, rounding your back. Keep on your own breath. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. And then next inhale, come up to seated. Long spine here, stacking your shoulders over your hips, letting your head float above that. Then bring your arms out to the side and up above your head. Keeping your torso where it is, bringing your low ribs and hip bones towards each other to hold the stack with your shoulders over your hips. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears, letting your shoulder blades fall down the back as you reach your arms up. And they don't have to be, you're going towards your upper arms to the line of your ears, but you don't have to reach there, right? And as you inhale, start to look to your right and turn your torso over to the right. Holding that for the length of your inhale, exhale back through center, and then inhale over to the left, rotate your torso towards the left. Exhale back through center. This time, inhale to the right, maybe bring your hands down, your left hand reach your right knee, and your right hand back behind you. Take another breath in here. Exhale, arms back up alongside your ears. Inhaling to the left. Look left. Drop those arms. Right hand on the left knee. Left hand behind you. Inhaling one more time here. And as you exhale, bring your arms back up through center. And now we're going to go with the breath. Inhale to the right, bring arms down. Exhale, arms up, back through center. Inhale to the left, arms down. Exhale, arms up, back through center. Inhale to the right. Exhale through center. Inhale to the left. Exhale through center. Inhale to the right. Exhale through center. Last one. Inhale to the left. Exhale back through center. Arms up. And then exhale. Release your arms down in front of you. Start to walk your hands forward and pop your hips up to come to a tabletop position. Shoulders stacked above your wrists. Knees under your hips. Long spine here. Reaching your head away from your tailbone. We're going to go through just a few cat-cows normal style. Here, inhaling your chest forward, tailbone up. Exhaling, rounding your back to the sky. Maybe shifting back slightly with your hips. Inhale, chest forward, hips up. And exhale, round your back to the sky. Inhale, chest forward, hips up. Exhale, bring your back to the sky. Last time. Inhale, chest forward, up. And exhale, bring your back to the sky. Holding your tabletop for a moment. The stillness here. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. And then bring your toes to touch. And your knees maybe slightly wider than hips with distance. Shifting your hips back to child's pose. We'll sit in an active child's pose here, extended. So reaching your arms forward and pressing your hands, the entire palm and fingers of your hands into the ground to lift your elbows off the ground, while also rotating your elbow pits, right, or the inside of the elbows towards the sky to help you rotate those shoulders, or let them, your shoulders fall away from your ears and down your back. One long breath here. Long breath in, long breath out, right, try to match. Looking forward at your hands, shifting forward slightly to tuck those toes under. Reaching your hips up and back. Hands and feet pressing into the ground for your first downward facing dog here. Bring a little bit of movement, swaying the hips, left and right, propelling the feet. Bringing up those hamstrings. Pressing the entire circumference of your hand into the ground. Same elbow hip rotation towards each other or the sky. Let your shoulders fall up away from your ears towards your hips, right? Guiding that long, full inhale, biggest breath of the day yet, and let it out. Release your head here, shake your head yes and no. And let's start to walk your hands back to your feet. For a nice forward fold. Bring more weight into the balls of the feet than the heels. Try to even that weight out. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows to release the back. Keeping your head yes and no, releasing any tension in the neck. And then you can work towards trying to straighten those legs if you want more in your hamstrings. Or releasing your belly to your thighs, bending your knees deeply here. And then work on straightening the legs. Find that belly to thigh connection before you look. Holding here for a long inhale and long exhale. Release your hands. And then look at a ragdoll ride, stepping one vertebrae atop the other. Come up to standing. Slowly rolling up, letting your head come weightless over your spine. Standing tall here, feet can be hip distance or your big toes can touch and your heels slightly apart, whatever is most comfortable in your body. Stamping your feet into the ground, equal weight in the balls and heels of the feet here, engaging the legs by stamping your feet into the ground, but releasing your butt muscles so you can reach your tailbone down to the backs of your knees, and your low ribs and hip bones reach towards each other as you engage that belly button towards your spine. Rolling across the shoulders here. Release your hands down by your sides. Palms can face your body and each other or forward, whatever's most comfortable for you. Standing tall and active here. And on the inhale, sweep your arms out and up overhead, keeping your torso and body engaged. Just bringing the arms up overhead. Inhale one more time here, and as you exhale, you bring your toes to touch, your hands through your midline, and release your hands down by your side again. We're going to do that, flow through that 3 more times, and try to listen to your breath here. Go with the length of your inhale, fully in and long. Bring your arms up with the same rate as your breath, inhaling, so that you inhale fully as your arms are reaching up to the sky. Exhale, palms together, bring your hands back down to your side as you exhale. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Maybe close your eyes. Last one, inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. All right. Inhale, arms up. And as you exhale, bend the knees so that you can hinge forward, arms out to the side with a long spine. Come to fold. Bending at the knees so that your belly touches your thighs. And then we're going to inhale for a half lift. Bringing your fingertips to the outer parts of your shin, reaching your tailbone away and your head forward. Inhale one more time here. And exhale, release it to fold forward. We're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale, long breath, long spine, fully in. And exhale, same length of the breath to release and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Biggest breath yet of the day. And exhale, fold forward. Go ahead and walk your hands out in front of you. Coming to a plank. Bringing your knees down to the ground. You can always come here to your plank. Knees down on the ground for more support. Bending at the elbows, brushing them against your ribs so that they're bending directly behind you into a chaturanga. Maybe bring your belly all the way down to the ground. Bringing your fingertips in line with the nipples here. Pressing the tops of the feet into the ground. Inhale, long breath, peel your chest up. Elbows reach back towards your hips for a low cobra. And then exhale, release your chest down. Shift your hips back through a child's pose. Tucking those toes under. And lifting those hips up to your downward facing dog. And then give a few breaths. That's a great place to be for your sun salutations. If you would like more, you can keep the knees up and flow through an up dog instead of a low cobra. So, sticking to that version, or we can go a little bit further on the next round. Looking at your hands, fully exhale your breath before walking your feet up to your hands. Inhale for a half lift. Inhale, coming to standing with a long spine, bending your knee, arms out wide and up overhead. Exhale your hands through center, down by your side for your Tadasana. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bend the knees to plant the hands. Step back to a plank, knees up or down. Bending your elbows back towards your hips. Shoulders come parallel to the ground, but no lower. Inhale, come to your low cobra, or just the tops of the feet and the hands press into the ground. 4 points of contact on your inhale. Walk or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale for that half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms out and up. As you come to standing, arms overhead. Exhale, your hands down by your side. We're going to flow through that one more time. Inhaling, arms up, overhead. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, half lift. Exhaling, stepping to a plank or jumping back to a chaturanga, knees bent as you land. Elbows bent as you land. Inhale for your upward dog or low cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Few breaths here. Finding length in your spine as you let your shoulder blades shift away from your ears, pressing your finger knuckles into the ground, the balls of the feet into the ground, activating the legs. Fully exhale here. Look forward, step forward, float your feet to your hands. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up with a long spine. Arms overhead. Exhale. Through center, release your arms down by your sides. Bring your toes to touch and the heels slightly apart. We're going to sit back into our awkward chair pose or Utkatasana, shifting the weight into the heels, bending the knees like you're going to sit down into a chair. Anytime we're in poses where we have bent knees, we want that weight of the bent legs to be in the heels. Maybe lift all 10 toes. Maybe bring your arms up in line with your ears, keeping a long spine here, sitting deeply. Inhaling one more time here. And exhaling, fold forward. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, step back to plank or jump, bend elbows into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, shifting back to downward facing dog, bringing that right knee into your chest, keeping it inside your arms, maybe popping up on those right fingertips to stamp your right foot in between your hands. Then let that left heel spin in so that your entire foot is flat on the mat. Bringing your left arch of your foot in line with your right heel. Angle those left toes in slightly, bending deeply in the front right knee, and then maybe bringing your left arm sweeping up to warrior two, setting it up. Every time you come up to the pose, it's new, right? Every day it feels different, slightly. So listen to your body. Bring the weight more in the heel of that front foot, stacking the knee over the ankle. Engaging that back left leg, wrapping that right butt underneath you to press deeper into this pose. Making sure your torso is directly upright over your hips, arms out to a T. Fingers in line with your shoulders, maybe look over your right fingertips. Holding for another long breath in, finding length in both sides of the torso. And exhale, bring your hands to frame your right foot. Stepping back to a plank, maybe flowing through. Exhaling through chaturanga, elbows bent, 90-degree angle. Inhaling to your upward facing dog. And exhaling down facing dog. Bring that left knee into your chest. Pop up on those left fingertips to keep the knee inside the arms as you stamp that left foot onto the ground. Rotating that right back heel to the ground. Bringing your left heel in line with your right back arch. Right toes turn in towards you slightly. Bending deeply in that left knee, stacking the knee over the ankle, weight in the front left heel. Reaching your right arm up and over, coming up to your warrior two. Arms out to a T. reaching energy through the fingertips as you stamp your feet into the ground, engaging those legs, wrapping that left thigh underneath you, keeping that torso straight and long out of your hips, shoulders stacked over hips. Maybe looking over your left fingertips, holding here as you inhale, stamping down, finding length in your torso. One more breath in here, holding. And then exhale, bring your hands down to frame your left foot. Bringing that left foot up, stepping back through a plank, shifting forward, elbows bend 90 degrees. Inhale for your upward facing dog. And exhale for your downward facing dog. Holding here for a few breaths. Looking forward on the next exhale, fully release the breath, maybe toes touch as you step off or flip to your hands. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale for a fold. Bending in the knees, arms sweep in line with your ears up overhead. Inhale into that awkward chair. And then exhale, release, and come to standing. One breath in here. Biggest breath of the day yet. Fully expand your belly and your chest. And let it go. For the same length you can. All right. Inhale. Sit your hips back, sweep the arms out and up overhead. Bring your awkward chair in. Exhale, fold forward, let it go. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, step back or jump back. Chaturanga. Sweep your toes back and inhale to upward facing dog so that your wrists are directly under your shoulders. And exhale. Shift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Bringing that right knee into your chest, keeping that knee inside your arms, stamping it into the ground. Bringing those left toes out to the left slightly and in towards your right foot so that your left toes are facing the front left corner of your mat, but your heel is stamping on the ground. So the classic version of this pose, setting up for warrior one, is heel to heel alignment, but they can also be wider. You can have your heels hips width distance, right? We're finding space in the body. It doesn't need to look a certain way. Inhale, long spine. Reach your arms up overhead, coming upright with your arms in line with your ears. Bending in that front right knee to stack your knee over your heel. Weight in the front right heel, pressing that back left leg back so that you're facing the front of the room. Your torso is facing the front of the room here. Bring your low ribs and hip bones together slightly. Take any arch out of the back so you can find space with a long spine here. Holding your warrior one pose here. Bring your hands to your hips and stepping that left foot in slightly so that both legs can be straight with both toes working on facing forward. We're going to come into a pyramid pose, which is pretty intense hamstring stretch. So stop where you need. I'll give you the options. Staying here, option 1. Shifting that right hip in line with the left hip, looking forward, reaching with a long spine, your chest up. Maybe folding forward over that right leg. Maybe stopping here with hands on your hips. Maybe with a long spine, bringing your fingertips to touch the ground. Maybe releasing your grounding your back slightly into it there. Wherever you are, inhale for a long, deep breath. Exhale for the same length of time. Inhaling for a half lift. Bring your hands back to your hips if you took them off. Long spine here. Come up to standing. Standing tall here. Maybe bring your feet, bring your left foot up to meet the right. Toes touch, heels slightly apart. And we're going to sit back in our chair pose as we inhale. Weight in the heels, arms up by our ears. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale for that half lift. Fingertips to the outer shins, long spine. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands. Your version of a flow. Chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale for down dog. Bring your left knee in towards your chest, keeping that knee inside the arms. Plant it in between the hands. Bring that right foot slightly in and over to the right so that you can plant the heel of the right foot on the ground. Right toes facing towards the front right corner of your mat, setting up for your version of warrior 1. Weight in the front left heel. Bend the knee deeply as you inhale, torso long, coming upright, arms overhead. Your version of warrior 1. Long spine here. Hip bones and low ribs reaching towards each other as you reach your arms up to the sky. They don't have to be all the way back in line with your ears. Finding what's right for your body. Inhale here. Biggest breath in and letting it go. Straighten both legs, bring your hands to your hips. Maybe walk that back right foot in slightly so that both legs can be straight and strong and your hips can be facing forward with your torso. Staying here if you'd like, or starting to shift. Bending, hinging at the hips, weight in the big toe mound of the front left foot. Holding here for a half lift. We're bringing your fingertips onto the ground, folding over that left leg. Once you've folded as much as you want, you can release the work. Fold inward, go ahead and round your back, let your head be heavy. Breathing into this stretch. You can always bend the knees if you need, or work on straightening the legs. Holding here for the biggest breath yet, fully in. Exhale for the same length. Out. Bring your hands to your hips. and come up to standing. All the way up. Bring your toes to touch. Inhale, sit back, arms up for your chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, flow through your version. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bring that right knee into your chest. Shifting forward, right foot plants in between your hands. Keeping that left heel off the ground. Inhaling up. Arms up, torso up. Facing forward for a lunge. If you're ready, we're going to spring off that back leg, shifting forward into warrior three. Looking forward, shifting forward, shift the weight in the right foot, spring off your left toes, keeping your arms in line with your ears, or maybe down towards your left leg. Maybe look at those left toes, make sure those toes are facing the ground. Maybe bring your hands to the backs of your hips to make sure they're level with one another. Reaching that spine long in front of you. Stamping that left back foot into the imaginary wall behind you. Stamping the bottom right leg into the ground. Holding for another breath. Maybe inhale the arms in line with your ears here. Long breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, bend that right leg. Step back to your lunge. Lovely. Grab that exhale down to the ground, planting the hands, stepping that foot back, maybe bending the elbows to chaturanga. Inhaling up, dog, and exhaling downward facing dog. Get ready for the other side. Left knee in your chest, stamping the left foot in between your hands, keeping the right heel up. Inhaling to your lunge, and slightly in that back knee. Inhaling here, setting up, getting ready, shifting the weight into your left front foot. Looking forward, springing off that back right foot, finding your balance. You're going to bring in your hands to the tops of your hips, making sure that those right toes are facing the ground, making sure that your hips are level with one another. Torso long, spine long, stamping both feet into whatever they're pressing into, right? Maybe inhaling your arms in line with inhale that right foot back down to a lunge. Inhale here to recover. And exhale, ride that breath all the way down to your version of chaturanga. Inhaling upward facing dog. And exhaling to downward facing dog. Holding here for a long breath in. And a long breath out. Looking forward, you can step your feet through to a seat, or if you want to play around, maybe bring your hands to the edges of your mat, maybe your toes to touch, bending those knees, and exhale, bring your knees forward, legs straight to a seat. You can shift side to side in the seated pose, legs long and straight out in front of you, toes straight up to the ceiling or engaged back towards you. Planting the hands right beside your hips, elbows back, shoulders, collarbones long. Inhaling for your staff, your Dandasana. Long spine, finding space here. We're going to exhale. Go ahead and release the hands and start to round down to the back. Coming to that supine position. And then bend the knees and plant the soles of your feet in line behind your hips. Maybe you can brush your heels with your fingertips. Holding here for a moment. Resetting. And as you inhale on your next breath, start to stamp your feet into the ground, peeling your hips off the ground and letting your spine come with it. Inhaling for your bridge. Keeping the palms of the hands pressing into the ground, or if you'd like to interlace your fingers underneath of your hips, maybe rotating those shoulders underneath of you for a bigger back bend here. Pressing into your feet, keeping your knees, hips width distance apart, pressing up, releasing the muscles of your butt. Inhaling to find that space. Exhaling to hold. One more inhale here. And exhale, release your spine down to the ground. We're going to flow through that with the breath, keeping the palms on the ground. As you inhale, stamp your feet into the ground, pressing your hips up to the sky. Try to match your breath so at the top of your inhale, you're at your fullest expression of the asana. And exhale, release slowly to match your breath so your hips touch at the bottom of your exhale. 3 more times with your own breath. Inhale, pressing up to bridge. Exhale, release those hips back down. Inhale, pressing up, reaching up, fullest expression. Palms still press into the ground. And exhale, release your hips. And again, inhale up. Exhale down. Last time, inhaling up. Pressing up, full expression, and exhale, release down. Staying with your feet planted into the ground. Let your knees knock in towards each other. Maybe heel toe your feet out so that they are on the edges of your mat to let your knees fall in and touch each other. Releasing the low back before we do our counter pose. Maybe bring your hands out to a T in line with your shoulders on the ground, or you can come to cactus arms, bending the elbows 90 degrees. Upper arm in line with your shoulders, and your lower forearms up above them. Letting both knees fall over to the right. Hold here, breathing here. Both shoulders stay on the ground. Maybe look over to the left. Inhale, knees up. And exhale, let them fall over to the left. Maybe look over to the right. Inhale. Try to find space in the front and the back body. And then exhale, let it all go. One more breath, fully in and fully out. Bringing those knees back to center. Now we're ready to counter our back bend. Bring those knees in towards your chest, hugging your knees in, maybe holding them with your hands or your arms. Maybe rocking side to side. And then if there's anything else you need to do to feel fully relaxed in your Shavasana, you can go ahead and do that now. Or if you're ready, go ahead and reach your legs long, your arms long, letting your arms and your legs fall out and away from your body. Finding whatever's comfortable for you. If it's not this on your back, you can find somewhere else. Only relax, and when you're ready, one more big breath in. Biggest breath of the day yet. Exhale for the same length of your inhale. Fully out. And then release the control over your breath. Letting it come back to normal. Maybe closing your eyes. Releasing any tension around your eyes or your eyebrows. Releasing your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Letting your shoulders fall away from your ears. No effort. Release any work. You're still holding your legs or your feet. Giving yourself this time to reset. Traditional yoga is taught to find space in your body in order to find a comfortable seated position for meditation. So we do these asanas, or these shapes with our bodies, so that we can come into stillness. So give yourself this time. Now is the time to find space in your mind. Keeping the eyes closed, blinking them open. Start to brush your fingertips with your thumb, starting to awaken the body. Wiggling the fingers and the toes. Start bending the elbows. Maybe reach your arms up above your head. Inhaling, long full body stretch. Keeping your arms up above your head, bending at the knees to save your feet into the ground, and letting yourself fall over to one side to come up to seated, or you could rock and roll, whatever's comfortable for you. Coming into Sukhasana, or an easy sitting pose. Maybe bring your hands to your heart center. Thank you for joining me this morning. From my heart, I honor and respect you. In other words, namaste. All right. Thank you so much for joining me virtually. Soon I should be going to maybe some outdoor yoga practices, but I hope to keep a virtual presence for everybody who can't make it to in-person outdoor yoga. I am accepting donations. 60% of the donations will go to local businesses like the Buckeye Tree Lodge for letting me use such a wonderful space to practice and to support some wildlife conservation as well. So I'll put the Venmo in the description below, Eva-Lopez-58, that's 58. And I'll put that in the description below. And thank you again for practicing. And this will be a recording that'll stay up. So have a great day.